Three on our program, number one on our heart. Doris, the cheap, quasi-Swiss. The print there. Doris, those are cards. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We have had very few corporate executives go through this program, but so far they've all gone on to be CEO. So don't disappoint us if you to be not the first one to. Okay?
I'm going to just get you just to tip that ever so slightly so we don't get the flash in it.
And
just tip it to me, towards me, just ever so slightly. There we are. Oh, I'm maybe getting you. I'm maybe getting yourself in the photo.
The schoolgirl.
The schoolgirl, yeah. Excellent. One more. Okay, here we are. Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, very good.
Andreas.
Okay. Andreas, for the hair professor doctor from the Salzburg Institute of Finance. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're not our first professor. Maybe you'll be our last, though. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There we are. Good.
Okay, give me this is the bottle of our Guthrie whiskey for you.
Oh yeah, you need that in the photo as well. Here we go. And I said we'll go for one more like that. Okay, here we are. Can I see the bottle a little bit more, Mr. That's it. Lovely. Okay, here we are now. Superb. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Robert.
Robert, you have a whole wall of these by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Build a new wall too.
Okay.
My place.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you again. Okay, let me see the bottle. Okay.
Just ever so
Are you
slightly
drinking the
tip.
whiskey, Robert, or are you just keeping it? Are you drinking the whiskey or are you just keeping it?
Until now I kept it, but I will start drinking it.
And I tell you what, one more Robert this way. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Okay.
Okay, Michael.
Okay. By the way, this little card is the 5 Credos card. Okay, Michael? Congratulations.
Okay. Maybe tilt that's better. That's good. Okay.
Okay, the bottle.
Finally, after 43 years, I got a certificate.
Okay.
Congratulated. At 43. About time.
Okay,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you very much.
James.
Okay. James? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, and you blinked, James. But you got it
The
tight.
bottle. Okay.
Excellent. Okay, James, this way. And a smile as well, James, are we? And one more, this way. Oh, he blinked again!
Oh, no.
Got you that time.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
And Theodore.
Theodore. Put the glass down. Now you don't need it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good, and another one. Okay.
11 or 12 in the line of many Roma gypsies that have been through. Hopefully he'll be the most successful. I know he will. Okay?
Oh, with the bottle that he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Fabulous,
Okay,
thank
very
you.
good. Congratulations. Whoop, you dropped your 5 Credos card.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, we've had God. Well, we've had 20 years of graduations, only 13 years, about more or less, of kilts, and we've had a lot of successful people come through. Last April, Klaus Kleinfeld got his certificate, although I think that Klaus was deserving of a much bigger certificate. But we gave him a certificate like everybody else.
That's what he thought as well.
Yeah, that's what he thought as well. And but we've learned a lot. And every seminar I give, I learn a little something. In this particular group, I probably learned a little less than normal. Not because of the group, but because it's, the group was small. As you know, a third of the class dropped out at the very last minute for various reasons, one of which they couldn't get a visa. But so it made it a more, as Doris said, she aptly pointed out, made it a much more compact group, and I was able to spend more time on certain aspects of the QLA methodology than I would normally spend. But it was very enjoyable, and I look forward to it. As I commented to at least a couple of you, we plan on another one in January to coincide with my daughter's graduation from grad school in December, so she can go through the program. But we have now, probably just as importantly as the week we've spent together, we're going to be tied at the hip for the next 12 months, both through weekly reports and through monthly video conference calls that you'll all be participating in, I should say, and it'll be a real learning process. And for me, as somebody that's produced a lot of mentees out of this program, I look for the growth from the first week to the 50th week, more or less, at the end of the year, and to see what kind of progress you're making. And the weekly reports are extremely important, because without the weekly reports, and you'll have access to me by email and access to me by regular appointments by phone, but it'll be mainly the weekly reports. And without candor, as Jack Welch says, the biggest problem in the corporate world today is the lack of candor. And I was candid with you this week, and you were more or less more candid with me in the private time than you were in the public time in front of the other seminar attendees. But these monthly video calls will allow you an opportunity to be candid with one another as you get to understand and know what the other person is up to on a monthly basis. So here's to your success. This will go into towards the end of 2014. To your quantum leaps, all of you. Cheers.
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 Okay, thanks, Megan.
So we have a good Scottish tradition. We deafen you before you eat your dinner with the pipes. And then we have to address this beastie, the haggis. Fair fall, your honest sonsy face, great chieftain with a puddin' race, aboon them ye take your place, Spain's tribal term, we'll you will do a grace, as lang's my errand. The groaning trencher then ye fill, your birdies like a distant hill. Your pain would tell to mend a mill in time o' need, while through your pores the dews distill, like amber bead. His knife. Say a knife. His knife. See rustic, labour dicht, and cut you up where ready slicked, drenching your gushing entrails bricht, like on a ditch. And then, oh, what a glorious sight! Warm, reeking. Aye, and rich. Then on for Hornley streets and strive, they'll take the highmost on they drive, till all the wheels swar kites alive, are bent like drums, and all good men maist like to rive. I think your arms. Is there that all his French ragout, or oil that would stow a stew, or fricassee would make a stew with perfect scunner, looks down with sneer and scorn for view, I'm sick of dinner. Normally I would pick someone from the table, But you're all wearing kilts, so we'll pick on the man in his trousers. Poor devil! See him out his trash. It's feckless as a withered rash. His spindle shank, I get whiplash. His knee even it. There are bloody floods and field to dash. Ugh, how unfit! But mark, the rustic, haggis spade, the trembling earth resounds his dread. Clapping his wally neither blade, he'll make it whistle, and legs and arms and heats will sned, like taps the thistle. Ye powers for mankind your care, and dish them out your bill of fare. All Scotland wants nae skinking wear, wi' jouts and luggies, but if you wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis. A toast to the haggis.
To the haggis.
Haggis.
When my kids were little, we used to dress like this almost every night. And the kids said, oh God, Dad, not the haggis again. Oh God, Dad.
Oh.
Good evening, Robert.
Good evening.
Are you glad you attended the Castle seminar, and why?
I'm very glad because I'm here. I have been here for several times, and it's so enthusiastic. And you speed up again and you refresh everything. And I do not know any seminar, any event on the world that could catch up with this. What you experience here, with Dan Peña.
Excellent. Has attending the seminar focused your vision and your expectations of what you can achieve?
Very much, very much. The first time I've been here in 2010, and I earned that year more than my whole life before, and this kept going on, but I was only active in Europe until now, and now we're going to Japan, and so this is a really nice thing, and I hope, I know it will be very much successful than we already are in Europe.
Good. Dan focuses on action now. Do you have an idea how you will implement your plans within the next 21 hours, next 21 days?
Yeah, I concretely had phone calls now and emails and so on, planning how to go to Japan, and so I'm looking forward to be very active, and this is a continuous process, so it's not as concrete as to say within the next 21 hours, but it's ongoing, but there's no stopping.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Good evening. Are you glad you attended the Castle seminar, and why?
I'm very happy that I attended. I retired about 4 years ago, and after meeting Dan for another week, I certainly will back in business.
Has attending the seminar focused your vision and your expectations of what you can achieve?
Well, what I've learned is that you cannot hit 2 goals with 1 ball, so you have to be focused. You always play the ball, and if you want to hit the jackpot, you better use a big hammer.
Dan focuses on action now. Do you have an idea of how you will implement your plans within the next 21 hours or 21 days?
I've discussed my new plans with Dan for a few hours, and I'm so full of energy to start all over again, and actually I did this week. So when I go back to Holland, I will certainly achieve my goals and do whatever it takes and the goal is to have it achieved before Christmas this year, and I certainly will.
Excellent. Good evening, Andreas.
Very good evening.
Are you glad you attended the Castle seminar, and why?
I'm very glad that I have attended the Castle seminar because I always wanted to meet Dan in person, and it makes such a big difference to meet him in person. Just to read his books is something different, and to meet him in person is something very special, because he has such a tremendous amount of wisdom in the business world, and it makes me very glad, and is one of my dreams in my life. It was one of my dreams in my life to visit the seminar here.
Has attending the seminar focused your vision and your expectations of what you can achieve?
Oh, I think it did just a quantum leap in my thinking, to achieve exactly what I want. So within the next few months and years, because of the knowledge we have gained during the seminar, and I just think that it makes everything he said makes so much sense that I can implement everything he said, and most of the things I think, even if you want to just implement one thing at one time, you're just perfect. I'm absolutely convinced of that. Yeah.
Dan focuses on action now. Do you have an idea of how you will implement your plans within the next 21 hours or 21 days?
I have an idea, because I will do an action plan. I will set up an action plan within the next few hours, even tonight as well as tomorrow, what I'm going to do within the next few days, especially when I flew back to Austria. I will directly change a lot of things that I have not imagined that I can change them before. But after the seminar, it's possible for me, and it helped me so much. So I'm very grateful for everything.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Doris. Are you glad you attended the Castle seminar, and why?
I think glad is the wrong word. It really exceeded my expectations. When I came here, I was not really sure why I came, what my goals are, and now I'm like, then I was laser beam focused. So I have a clear vision in my mind what I want to achieve when I come back, or even tomorrow what I want to do in order to be more successful in my current role.
Good. Has attending the seminar focused your vision and your expectations of what you can achieve?
How? That's a good question. I think Dan is extraordinary in how he's communicating, how he gets immediately to the point, how he's like a big, bold wake-up call. And I think this wake-up call was very, very necessary for me. The examples he brings from his own career, the examples he brings from other people who has been super successful, have helped me a lot as an example, as a blueprint, what I want to achieve and what I can do.
Dan focuses on action now. Do you have an idea on how you will implement your plans within the next 21 hours or 21 days?
Definitely, otherwise I wouldn't be happy or I wouldn't be glad. I have a clear action plan already in my mind, and like a mind map what I want to do tomorrow to get myself started. I don't just have an action plan for the next, let's say, 21 days. I have a clear goal in my mind for the next 15 to 18 months, so I know what I want to achieve. The question is how, but as Dan always says, how comes from itself. It's more important to know what.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, James. Are you glad you attended the Castle seminar, and why?
Yes, I'm glad I've attended the Castle seminar, and the main reason for that is I had some very high expectations of the seminar when I came here. I've done a lot of business seminars and a lot of content in the past, and learned off many speakers. Where the Castle has been different from me compared to other seminars I've attended in the past is Dan himself is someone who has been there and done that at a much greater level than most other speakers. And he's someone that that really walks his talk, and I think has a lot, is a lot more in integrity with himself in that he's actually been there and done that. Many other speakers that have attended in the past, whilst they might be able to talk about mergers and acquisitions intellectually, when it comes to actually applying it, they haven't done many deals, they haven't raised much money, and they certainly haven't raised as much money as Dan had. Dan, I mean, even the experience, having heard Dan's content in the past before coming here, is very different to attending, I found, because the whole experience, I mean, his dream was to live in a castle, and here we are, and I think that really says it all. I don't know any other speakers that have done as many deals as Dan has, and that have as much experience as Dan has, and that tell it like Dan tells it. So that's very, very rare, and I think also very, very valuable. So that's why I'm here, and that's...
Good. Has attending the seminar focused your vision and your expectations of what you can achieve?
Absolutely. So I came in here, as I said before in the previous question, I came in here with some very clear goals and some very clear expectations about what I wanted to get out of it. By day 2 or day 3, the size of my goals had increased in size tenfold, and in a way that was completely natural, completely organic, and that feels, whereas before attending the seminar I felt my goals were audacious and going to be tough to achieve, I now feel that my new goals, which are significantly larger by several orders of magnitude, are actually going to be not easy, because nothing's easy, but I can see the path forward perfectly, and I know exactly how to get there, and I know exactly what to do next, and I've already started to put that into motion.
Good. Leads us on. Dan focuses on action now. Do you have an idea how you will implement your plans within the next 21 hours?
Absolutely, and not only do I have ideas about how I'm going to put in the next 21 hours, I've already started. So within, first of all, throughout the 7 days the seminar was running, the 5 days the seminar was running, I was actually implementing a lot of Dan's philosophies and a lot of Dan's action steps that I was taking notes on whilst the seminar was running, between the breaks and also after each day. And furthermore, as of the seminar finishing today, as soon as the seminar finished, I came into the room, which is here, with the wireless internet, and I immediately I looked at my list and what the biggest things I want to achieve in the next 21 hours are. And the number one thing in that list was setting appointments with financial institutions in order to raise money. So I've already made 4 appointments with bankers from very large financial institutions in Australia. And as soon as I return, which is on 3 days from now after all the flights, on 27th, I've got my meetings booked for the following Monday, and I will be doing exactly what Dan says and raising money and making it happen.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Cheers.
Good evening, Theodore. Are you glad you attended the Castle seminar, and why?
Glad is not the emotion that I feel, but I do feel that it is extremely useful if you are the right type of person for this program. And based on reactions that I've heard, it seems that a lot of people aren't really ready to make any sort of sacrifice, and many are just not prepared in any way.
Has attending the seminar focused your vision and your expectations of what you can achieve?
I would say that in terms of expectations, I wouldn't say it has increased them, but it has given a clear timeline on when to expect results.
Dan focuses on action now. Do you have an idea how you will implement your plans within the next 21 hours, 21 days?
I know that I will work in healthcare, and I know that I will do acquisitions, but the exact model that I will follow and which type of companies I will work on is still to be discussed more with Mr. Peña.
Okay. Thank you.